Welcome to Webway Radio episode 33. I'm Kurt.
I'm Steven.
I'm Austin.
And today we are going to talk 11th edition.
All the new changes.
Now that it's out, right after we apologize profusely for missing an episode. Our last recording day was on Father's Day.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure
and so
was.
like that's kind of a hard one.
Just before the edition dropped too.
It was the day after the edition came out. So I went and got the box. We did our birthday dinner. Jordan took me out to Chewy's for my birthday, which was great. We sat in the bar by ourselves. The lady just hung out and like shot the breeze with us the whole time. So my father was like, "No, it's great." Oh yeah, we ate 3 bowls of the jalapeno ranch. Mm-hmm. Rough Father's Day. That's all I'll say. Heartburn all night. You know the drill. The next week, I went out of town for like a week on vacation and missed weekend or Saturday. Like it was just the worst possible like perfect storm of not able to record.
Life gets in the way.
Yeah, and and we hadn't played anything in the new edition, so I felt like if we were going to take a break, like that was probably the good time to do it because nothing had happened up until that point.
But yeah, apologies for the extra hiatus, but
We'll try really hard next time.
we're back.
Yes, we are.
We are back.
Just like after a break. But like I said, we've got a ton of hobby progress this episode.
Ton of hobby progress, ton of games.
Games were played, which
Tons
is a
of
rare
games.
thing around here. But every now and then we do play the game we have a podcast about.
Yeah, speaking of the new edition, we have been banging on this new edition.
And hopefully with a TTS league, we'll get to do a little more. So
Spoilers.
yes. So if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe anywhere and everywhere. All those clicks and comments make such a huge difference.
Yeah.
And in the comments, let us know, are you playing 11th? What do you think? How'd your army do? All that fun stuff.
Yeah. How has 11th affected your army?
Yeah.
Because you're going to hear all about ours.
A lot of it.
Yes. So with that being said, let's just jump straight into hobby progress and get this thing going.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Yeah, let's get going.
Let's go first.
I guess I can go first.
Let's go.
All right. So for hobby progress, I finished up getting all my heavy weapon teams painted.
Looking good.
Yeah. Just get them repainted. Also, the 3 Ogrins that I have and the 2 old armored sentinels.
Oh, yeah.
I still got like 1 more sentinel, but my friend painted that, and I kind of feel weird about painting it again. So I'm just gonna
leave it, man. Nobody's ever gonna question like this was so and so's. Like I've got my Lord Zoo 4 up there. Like he'll never, So I get it.
Yeah, and it's a friend who I got my whole Imperial Guard army from, or at least a base.
Yeah.
So I got all that painted. Then much to probably people's surprise, I painted the lion. So I bought the lion in a lot that I purchased on eBay. It came with like lion, Azrael, and 10 knights. And the lion was already pre-assembled, so it took a little time to do it because I had to like carefully pull them apart because you can't really paint them in one large assembly.
Well, thankfully, it was plastic glue or super glue and not plastic glue, right?
I couldn't really tell because I think part of it
wouldn't
was,
pull apart if it was plastic glue.
Yeah,
If it was plastic cement, you're not getting that thing apart. Ever.
but I had to pull him apart. I had to separate him from his base. I had to take his 2 little Watchers in the Dark and pull him off the base. I had to break off his shield and his backpack.
I have a thought.
Huh?
You asked me to print some Watchers in the Dark, and there were just no like halfway decent files. Are those separate models on the base?
Yes.
You could go buy a casting kit at Hobby Lobby, and you could literally recast those for like $30, and you can make as many as you want. Because I was experimenting with it like 12 or 13 years ago with Space Wolf bits because the box would only come with like 1 or 2 of this weapon, and so I bought it. Of course, I did it once, and then after everything was opened, it sat for a couple of years, and then all the stuff went bad. But it literally comes with everything. You literally make a little box out of Legos for your molds, and you could sit there and cast that if you. Just a thought. I know.
I think you can also, on the whole casting kit thing, you can get. There's probably like a Deathwing upgrade kit for those Terminators that comes with a Watcher. I'd say just take that watcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look and see what I can find.
I just saw that and was like, wait a second, I have an idea. Because I scoured the internet for like 3 days and could not find watchers in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, he said he wants to do Deathwing Terminators. I'm like, well, if you want that, you have to have the upgrade for the plasma cannon and blah, 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 all that.
Yeah. So then I also was in the process because if you remember, I painted all the old Deathwing for the Dark Vengeance box and everything. So I got the knights that had a bit of paint on them. So I had to get those stripped, soaking them in isopropyl alcohol and getting them stripped. And I got them stripped, got them cleaned, brushed them off, and then I primed them when it wasn't so humid out.
The one day in the last like 3 weeks.
Because it's been super humid. You have two choices, really. You can either go out like midday where the humidity is the lowest and go and try to prime real quick, and get boiled alive.
Yeah.
Or you can, not prime. So I got them. I got them primed. So I got 30 Terminators primed. I have my Predator Annihilator and the 2 Rhinos, or the 1 Rhino and the 1 Rhino / Whirlwind, because he gave me that bit that I asked you for. I got those primed, and now I'm just sitting on a bunch of probably about 50 or so tactical style Marines, the old Firstborn ones.
Oh, yeah.
That are just right now soaking in the isopropyl alcohol that I need to go and scrub. But I'm learned my lesson. I'm not going to do it inside my bathtub like I used to do, because now my bathtub is covered in paint.
Happens.
Yay.
It's what do we call that? Builds character.
Yeah, Bill's character.
Right.
All right.
Get some dirt in your knees, Bo. That'll build character.
Any other hobby progress? And I gotta say, I'm so proud of the 3 of us because we both. Granted, it's been a month since we recorded, but all 3 of us have like a ton of stuff we've done, and it's like I'm so proud.
It's the start of 11th. We're getting stuff done.
Oh man, hype is real.
Yeah. So what about you, Austin? What did you get for hobby progress?
I got a bunch of random stuff. I got some eradicators that are sub-assembled, just waiting for prime, because, like I said, it's been way too humid to prime anything, and it's been a nightmare. So they're just sitting sub-assembled on my desk, ready for primer. I painted 1 of my Terminators, because I'm very slow at painting, but I'm
He
a
looks
perfectionist.
really good. I will give you that. I was really impressed with him.
Yeah.
When we played 2 days ago.
I just remember
Yeah, we played on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of like our painting speeds, I remember the Discord. It's like you just like had him like disassembled, and now he's painted, and it's been like 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like me. It's like I painted 1 Terminator over the course of 1 day, and you're like, yeah, I completely unassembled, reassembled, primed, painted, and made Lion look this good. I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's what I forgot. What I painted Yorick. You know the Yorick you printed for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him based, and I got him painted. And now, granted, he doesn't match because I did green for his like power claw and stuff like that.
He's
versus
earned it.
red.
He can be a little unique.
Well, because I kind of want him to stand out, like because when you have guard, technically you have 3 different armies in one, if you really think about it. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
yeah, no, you're fine. I will say, speaking of purchases, did you buy the Caiaphas Cain model, that new one, or
No,
Did it come out?
I didn't.
I believe it is. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
out
it's
now.
11. I haven't looked at any of the releases.
Because they've been
None
talking
of this
about his
matters to me.
rules and
He's also straight to Legends. Like he was released straight to Legends.
they just put him straight to Legends.
Maybe a cool commander or something in a unit.
Yeah. You can say, oh, this is my Castellan.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I think the 30th anniversary of the Rogue Trader Space Marine, or 25th. Oh my gosh. Either way, he had the crazy gun, and they gave it rules, and then immediately, like at the first pass, we're like, all right, it's Legends. We can't have that anymore because it just killed whatever it hit.
Yeah. It was like, this is a really cool, fun little data sheet, but we're not letting
He
it be
went in
competitive.
he's like, no, that's our, las cannon or whatever it is. Like
He's being silly.
he looks awesome. So
Yeah.
All right, anything else for you, Austin?
I painted the Terminator. Very proud of how it came out.
It
Like,
looks good.
like the shading came out really nice.
Yes.
Built 5 of my Furnace Marines out of 30. Still working on those. I bought 2 Dreadnoughts.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, one was almost completely painted, one was basically just base coated.
Sure.
But they were only $75 for each dreadnought. And normally they're like 85 if you buy them like from GW. So I'm like, deal. I'll take that any day. Free shipping as well.
Even better.
Even better. And then not Warhammer related, but I did buy the Halo Flashpoint Noble Team, and I pre-ordered it like a couple months ago when they announced it, and now it's out, and I finally got it in, and it is now sitting on my desk waiting for to be assembled and painted.
So when we went to Adepticon 2 years ago, I say we mean the family, Mantic had like, you know, they've got this massive, like bigger than a GW space at Adepticon where they're showing off all their games and there's demo tables and all the things. And to see that demo table set up and like, you know, professionally painted, all the things, like every piece of terrain just looked as cool as could be.
Yeah.
You know, every time I walked by, I was like, I could buy the starter set, but thankfully I did not. But that's it. And have you looked at the game at all? Just unrelated to.
Yeah, I've looked into it, and it looks so much fun.
So it started as like kind of a kill team-esque, like 5-on-5. And they've slowly been adding more things. Yeah. So now it's like a combat patrol size game.
It actually started more like, it was actually, and it still is, it started as 2v2.
Yes.
You take two models.
Oh, yeah, it's tiny.
And it was like Spartan on Spartan. Because it was supposed to be like training exercises.
But the plan, and they just released the Warthog, I think. Or the little ghosts.
Yeah, yeah.
And so the plan is to like eventually get this up to like a Warhammer
full army
game.
scale.
And I was like, that's kind of cool though. You kind of slow grow it, and everybody can kind of build their things and get excited. It's like, oh, this month
on
we
one
get
hand,
this. And
I would like to see a full war game, but I actually like the way that those skirmish rules work because it works
feels like
exactly like a multiplayer game of Halo. Like you have all the weapons scattered around. Each round is like, oh, you killed the whole other team. That's your death match. There's your point. Reset the round. It looks so much fun, and I'd love to play it. Nobody else plays it.
Well, I've bought like 7 games. Like, let's try this, and nothing. Yeah, so
I'm not expecting anyone to start it. It was like Halo Reach is my favorite game of like all time.
Oh yeah, no, it's
I
great.
love that game to pieces. So when I was like, I could have Noble Team sitting on my desk, they're gonna sit there and be beautiful.
I love it, man. For me, I painted 31 neophytes for the Gene Stealer cult. And this is painted from like start to finish, secret sauce and all. I painted 10 metamorphs, not secrets. Everything from this point on, no secret sauce yet. It's just it's a batch thing with those enamel paints. Like it's just, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it all. I'm not getting all that out and making that mess for 2 models.
Right.
So I've got 10 metamorphs waiting for the sauce. I've got a patriarch. I've got a benefactus halfway painted. I painted 2 biophagus. I painted a Kellermorph, and I got a Ridge Runner I started playing with the decal sheets I got from something Customs. He's from Japan. His stuff is now on the Magnet Baron website, or not Magnet Baron. He's now on the Baron of Dice website.
Ooh.
So not those. Those he doesn't sell anymore, apparently. So
Well, you got away lucky then.
But now I have to be very careful with what gets them. And I actually messed up and folded one of the
no.
But I was able to put it back in the water, and I took the X-Acto and the paintbrush and just kind of slowly was able to separate it. And but I was like, no, because I've only got like 5 of that one thing. So,
oh no.
but I saved that one. So yeah, I've been off work for a week. I went on vacation, all these things. So I'm like super relaxed, and like I'll wake up in the morning and make coffee and come out here and start mixing paint. I'll go pour coffee, and then I'll just sit out here for like 3 hours and just sip on coffee and paint. And it has been amazing. I could paint so much more if I didn't have a full-time job. Isn't that the case with everybody? Like,
yeah, if I didn't have to work, I could do so much more.
Right. And I keep telling Jordan, I was like, you're getting your admin license. Like, you could be a principal soon and make those 6 figures.
I could be unemployed.
I would have dinner done every night.
I can be a stay-at-home dad.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I could cook you dinner every night.
Very unrelated, but I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he was talking to another mutual friend, and he was like, man, I think Kurt would be a great stay-at-home dad. And apparently he was telling me like they had this whole conversation, and he was explaining why, because of this and that and all the things. And I was like, tell my wife.
I need you
to hear this.
I need you to put this in a PowerPoint and display it to my wife.
Next time we come by, like, yeah. So that was. So in addition to that, kind of unrelated to actual hobby progress, but I'm calling it hobby progress, I got this crazy idea to start a tabletop simulator league for our little group.
Yeah.
Because as the two of you know, our schedules are kind of crazy. There's people that only work weekends. There's people that work during the week. There's second shift. There's third shift. To schedule a game is kind of like pulling teeth. And being able to get out and gather all your things and meet for 3 to 7 hours and play. And yeah, so I am putting together a small tabletop simulator league. And by the time this comes out, I think registration will be closed because it closes tonight at like 10 o'clock or whatever it is. But I think we're at 7. So not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Decent.
Now it's odd, so that means I'm going to have to drop. So
Hopefully,
I know. I'm going to start
8.
sending direct messages
No,
tonight.
I don't think you need to drop. I think it's always good to have like a secondary because there's going to be a time where you'd be like, hey, we're
Well,
going to have a
I
game. I can't make it.
I can
And next thing you
still-
know, get 2 people.
be a sub end type.
But that's something I've been working on, which was crazy to sit there and officially make my first players pack for 11th edition too, and to have to go through and like kind of hand walk this. This is how we're going to handle this, and this is how we're going to handle that. Because when I was making it, only the events that came out the weekend of release were out there, and it was just copy paste, like modify for 11th as needed. I was like, so I made a point to like really go into detail on some things. It's 6-7 pages. Like I was banging stuff out. But so that's something else I've kind of been working on. So let's take a little break, and we are going to come back and talk about all things 11th edition, our thoughts now that
Games
it's out
played.
in the wild. We didn't do games played, did we?
games
We didn't do
Yeah, we
games
didn't do
played.
games played.
So, Austin, since you reminded us, what have you been playing?
I've actually had quite a few games since.
Again,
we last
impressive
recorded.
for the three of us. Like we got content.
So I'm gonna have to pull up the sheet here for this. I had a teaching game with my friend over TTS.
Yes.
We played 1,000 points. This is back right before 11th dropped.
Sure.
So I was still teaching him 10th, but it was like, these are just the basics. These are what you need to know. This shouldn't
to move, how
this
to
shouldn't
shoot, how
change
to-
in 11th. So, but it was my salamanders versus his death guard at 1,000 points. It's a pretty good game. I tried teaching different like you should probably put this unit here, or this unit should go in deep strike, not that one. But otherwise, had plenty of fun there. We had our farewell to 10th little mini event that we did.
Jonathan hosted that for us.
Yes, thank you, Jonathan.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, John.
We split off into 2s, and I faced you and your Gene Stealers.
Yes.
Got my butt whooped very hard. That was it was a brutal game.
And I took fun things. I didn't even take like a super competitive list.
Yeah,
I was, I'm taking jackals in a detachment I shouldn't, and all the
It was
the rock grinder though, man. He's been doing some work for me.
Yeah, I did not play well. I got demolished, but it was still fun. It was a good
It's always good to get together.
I do
so.
10th.
Yeah.
Then we had our 11th edition 1K TTS game, and I believe I beat you in that one.
Yeah, and it got to where like you scored so much in turn 5. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, I scored I maxed points in
everything
in that last round, and you're like, yeah, no, I'm not coming back from this.
Yep.
And then on Friday, we had a big 2K game in person.
Yes, in person 11th edition.
It was a very close game. I believe it was like 92 to 76. It was like a 14-point, 16-point game or something like that.
It wasn't too bad.
Like it was pretty close. Your Gene Stealers were disgustingly overpowered against my Terminators. Just literally turn 1, take 2 squads Terminators off the board. I was like, ugh.
Spiked hard, man.
It was horrifying. I was like, I need to get rid of those now.
All in all, though, just again trying. I think every game I played, I've tried a different attachment. I've tried different primaries.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting to kind of see how the game flows differently based off of the detachments. Man, I can't talk today.
Yeah. Those force dispositions, how they change the primary of the game. It's really interesting. Like I tried, mine was take and hold for our 2K game.
Yeah.
But I was playing Purge and our 1K on TTS, and the way they play is just it's different.
Vastly different.
It's good to just learn stuff. Like I was figuring out how the new Librarius detachment works in that game.
There's a lot of learning in the new edition.
Well,
Yes.
and last night, Jordan decided she wanted to like try the new edition and see what changed. So I basically had to pull up, I had to throw together like a Google Slides PowerPoint, put on the TV and be like, all right, this is detachments and detachment points and all the things. And I took it's around here somewhere, but it's like all the custodians detachments and what they do and how many points there are and how they play.
And here's the force dispositions.
Well, and on that matrix, like, all right, well, do you want to have more tanks or bodies or this, or do you want Terminators? And we kind of picked out how she wanted
Actually,
to play.
I think thinking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, because I know your wife, she has said some things about like, I don't want to think too hard about the game.
Well, apparently
Well,
that's
with-
changed. Now she wants to like, now that she started school back again, which is why she quit playing. She's like, I want to start playing. I was like, oh, okay. Because now she's like, we're going to Cherokee. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Like, if I go with you, it costs me twice as much.
So, but another thing is like, because you can kind of control your own primary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the
but that
new
was the
edition.
biggest thing that kind of broke her brain is not playing the same primary as your opponent. And so that's when the chart's like, all right, sweetheart, if you're going to play Purge, you against me, you're going to play this and so we had the cards up on that website. It was kind of and I don't know that I'm sure it clicked, but she's not in enough to kind of know.
Yeah.
Give her time.
Yeah, she'll play one game and then she's going to be like, where are the books? And just destroy us all like she does. So
Yeah, right.
it's coming. Just FYI, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Jeff.
I'm waiting to get absolutely demolished by Custodes.
It
But
will
I want to see how my guard will pull against Custodes, and then maybe also how my Deathwing was going to pull against Custodes.
Yeah.
Well, she was like, because we were looking at the vehicle detachment. She was like, where are we going to get 2 more of those tanks? Like they're in boxes.
They're right there.
All right.
Those 2 boxes I bought. She's like, oh, and there's 2 dreadnoughts. She's like, there is? It's like, oh my God.
Here we go.
I've created a monster. But I got those boxes so cheap. Like it's,
Yeah.
if those are the only models we use out of them, like it's still a massive W for me. But now that
Right.
the Telemon's coming out in plastic, it's like, oh,
No.
this is going to hurt.
Yeah.
So
But I believe the other 2 of you also have games played.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have as much games as you. I had that one Farewell the 10th game that we did against the old co-host Mark.
yep.
That game was an interesting little tidbit of how you can misplay in 10th and despite the fact of tabling your opponent, still lose. Because I'm going to call it a Pyrrhic victory because he lost all of his models except for his Calgar model and 1 Intercessor. And I had many tanks left with infantry. But at the end of turn 5, because of a smart play he did, he was able to deny me primary points because he took my home objective during linchpin, which you need your home objective to score during linchpin.
Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
So it's kind of
Was.
an interesting
Was
thing
a
of
big
like
deal.
how you can, despite the fact of being tabled, can still win.
Yeah.
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 So, hey, never give up. You can have 2 models left and still win the game.
Oh, and I don't think I told you guys this. Zach popped back in Discord.
Yeah.
Right. Apparently, the last couple of episodes, he listened and we brought him back to the game.
Hey.
So, good work, guys. As the theme seems to be, like if people listen, they generally like us. It's just getting them to click and give us 3 minutes to see, But yeah, he said our excitement for the game and everything made him like want to play again. So I played a TTS game against him as like, hey, this is how things work now.
And he's playing Blood Angels now.
Yep. So hooked him up with half of the Armageddon box there. It's empty, but
Yeah.
sold all the models and kept the books and cards.
Hey, I mean, that's what you got to do, right?
Yep. And I got the cardboard cutout of a giant 7-foot tall Space Marine that stores got if they carried stuff in 10th.
Yeah. It's glorious.
When I picked up my box, Mastermind was giving it away. And I guess, it was crazy. They had a table about the size of the table we're recording on. Table of Ultimate Gaming. It's 8 foot by 4 foot. Covered in Armageddon boxes, like the whole table. And they just had like sticky notes like, this is Kurt's, he owes this. This is Bob's, he owes that. This is, Clyde's, he owes that. And she's like, yeah, that's free if you want it. And I was like, no, I don't have room.
No, I don't have
My
room
wife
for
was like, I don't know, that's pretty cool. I was like, yeah, but like, where are we going to put it? She's like, we'll find a spot.
She's like, you are buying this.
Guess what? You're getting it.
Yeah. And so it came home with us. And it's so funny that afternoon,
Like a lost puppy.
I
I'm
popped
wondering
into their
how
Discord.
it fit. Did you guys bring the truck?
It folds down. You can see there's like 3 or 4 foot. And yeah, so I was like, well, let me go put the box in. Like she got some of the Army Painter speed paint pens that go with the color she uses on her Custodes in hopes of like just banging some stuff out.
Those I've seen those, and those
Yeah.
are interesting to put.
If it brings her back in,
if it brings
was
her
worth
back in,
like
it's
$20.
It's great, but they don't perform as well as actual speed paint.
Oh yeah. But
They're good for quick and dirty. I want tabletop quality model.
And that's all she's aiming for, man. But yeah, so I went to put the stuff in the truck, and then she came out. Like, I didn't realize it folded up like it did. I thought we are gonna have to like open the truck bed and do all that, and she just comes with it under her shoulder or arm, and I was like, huh, okay then.
I don't know. I had a visual of like your wife carrying it out like
no,
as it
not.
is.
Well, I didn't realize it
trying to maneuver through the door
from a distance in the right light. Like, you don't see the creases, and so I was like, oh man, I don't know where we're gonna like how we're gonna get that home and all the things. And it's like, yeah, he folds down into like 2 foot segments.
Space Marines is sticking his head out the window like a dog.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think that's it for games played.
I believe so.
It's been so long since I feel like I played games. I didn't think about
We've
games
had
played.
so many.
I know. But it's been so long since we recorded, Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now let's take a little break, and then we'll come back and talk about 11th edition.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's jump back in. So for this episode, our main topic, now that the edition is in hand, let's kind of discuss, I think last time it was more like, this is what we've heard and things like that. Let's actually get into the nitty gritty now that we've kind of touched it and felt it and read about it and done all the things.
Oh, we've gone from rumors are true.
Yes.
Yeah, we've gone from rumors and speculation to now we're dealing with
How
what we
does it
have
play?
it in hand, and we've played it, and we've kind of getting a feel for it.
I feel a little out of place because I haven't played a game of 11th yet, but hey.
Well, you're in enough on like the meta and YouTube and things to kind of see what's going on though. So it's not like you're just still in a room all by yourself in the dark.
You've been like watching, discussing, with us on Discord, like, how is this working? How is this working? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ask those questions.
Did you ever get your half of the box?
I'm going today.
Okay.
After we finish recording to go pick it up.
Nice. Cool. Congratulations.
Yes.
It sounds like the box isn't selling super well. Seems to be a lot of stock out there still.
Yeah, I think what it is a lot of places over ordered.
Well, and it wasn't all new stuff for Marines like it has been. It's rehashes of things.
They are nice rehashes of things, though. I'll say, like the new Land Speeder.
Yes.
looks nice. It's got a decent niche for. It's like 95 points.
Scaled it up 30%.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
everything
but
else has been scaled
It's
up.
got the extra missiles on it. It's only like 95
I like
points. It's a decent list filler.
But yeah, at my point, or at this point in my 40K career, I think Marines just aren't for me. I love the idea of them. I love all the things, but
Until you get your Rust Primarch, and then you're all back all in.
that's a future Kurt problem. Okay. But I almost wonder, every year at Adepticon, Games Workshop gives away something huge. And when me and Shane went, they were giving away the 2nd edition starter set for Age of Sigmar. Just, and it was one of those things like everybody had it or nobody wanted it, and people were just leaving things, or they would take the sprues they want and everything else. They would just leave outside of their hotel room and be like, free. And so you walk like, oh, hey, there's that model. Cool. So he got the big lady with the wings, the Sigmar girl.
Andrasta?
Couldn't tell you. But he got like 2 of those because he was using her wings on a Blood Angels thing. Ooh. So he's like, ooh, cool. So anytime he saw somebody giving or selling them for like $5 a sprue or something, he picked them up. So
I might have to see if I can find one of those on the cheap for the future Sisters army that's being planned.
don't do it. You have 2 Space Marine armies. Calm down.
I said it's a future. It's future Austin problems, just like the Space Wolves are future Kurt problems.
Finish one. All right. So the biggest rule changes out there are, I think, objectives and terrain. We've played a couple of games. What do you think about it now? It's not big circles. It's actually the building footprint.
Hey, we're not fighting over circles anymore. We're fighting over squares.
It's really nice because the objectives are so much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to get onto them and fight over them.
Yes. I like that the walls are intentionally about a centimeter off the edges. So you can still kind of touch but be hidden, which is huge.
Yeah, and stay behind, walls so you can't get shot.
Yes.
I like the way this is all set up, and just with the games I've played against you, it's been really nice, honestly. Just especially when I'm running these slow Terminators, it's like, oh, I'm not having to march them all the way across the middle of the board.
Yeah.
Now they can actually reach the objectives in a reasonable amount of time.
And I think Friday when we played, we had it wasn't the big middle objective. It was the two kind of
it was
triangles.
like split them off. Yeah.
So that was kind of neat to have that 6 inches in the middle of like no man's land between them. So that was
it was really nice.
Yeah, with that terrain footprint with the two triangles that make the square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of nice how they kind of put that in for the for that middle objective instead of like you can have one big middle objective or two smaller middle objectives.
And I hate
kind of nice.
Yeah, I hate that I'm looking at like the Frontline Gaming clear plexiglass outlines.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, that's nice. They're thick enough to where they don't they're flimsy like the ones I've got.
Yeah.
Like, man, is it worth $50? And I have to buy more to get free shipping. And it's like,
oh, that's the things
you get the nice colored
more
one,
layers to it, right?
Do you get the nice themed colored ones that look like
I just
look like Battlefield debris? Yeah.
I got.
Do I want acrylic or can I just print them out of PLA?
Yeah, but the size, the footprint of them, it's actually a lot more expensive than you'd think to print those.
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't do 3D printing, so I don't know.
I don't know. I was kind of blown away at it using like an entire spool for that because it's so wide and it's not thick enough to do any infill. It's just sitting there, for like 20 layers going back and forth on that whole footprint.
Okay.
Like 20 something times. Like that's a whole thing of PLA.
Good Lord.
I mean, it's like $12, but still.
Maybe I can see if I can get some stuff made out of like wood.
Yeah. I mean, I got the shapes. You can literally just trace it. But cutting it and I'm not good at cutting and all the stuff like that. But so cover, now it's -1 to hit. Seems to make a difference.
It does. It really does.
I like it better than this extra save, I think. Well, although with my gribbly little dudes with a 5-up save, maybe because if you hit me, you kill me anyways.
Some people are thinking along the lines of we put the modifier at the beginning of the steps instead of at the end of the step, right? Because you're thinking about it like when you're shooting, you first roll the hit. That's your first thing. So now we're modifying that roll to hit,
right?
As opposed to at the end where you are just modifying the save. Yeah. Basically, because we're modifying something at the very beginning, it affects the whole shooting process as opposed to just a save at the end.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that it is not a -1 to hit, it's a -1 to ballistic skill, which means you can stack it with this guy is -1 to hit, and now you have a -1 to ballistic skill. Now it's officially a -2, which can make some things, if they have that, which I think is why suppressors have gotten big and people are looking for Space Marine suppressors. Apparently, I've heard a bunch of people saying, "Oh, I need to find suppressors." It's like, buddy, good luck. They were in one combo box and have never been seen again.
It's just like the Death Guard unit. That's the same way.
It's also like the Imperial Guard with Hellhounds, because Hellhounds, guess what happens? Like when you hit a unit with a Hellhound, they become scattered, and then that scattered unit no longer has
benefit of cover.
Yeah,
but Hellhounds you can buy online on the GW website. You can't buy suppressors. You cannot buy them separately. You have to find them because they were in a combo box that is out of print now.
I think
because they were from 8th edition, I think.
Yeah, 8th edition, because I had them. They were so cool. I loved those models.
The big old autocannons, yeah. Yeah, but they were on flying bases, which is horrendous. Yeah, apparently they're good now, and everybody's looking for them. So
It only took 6 years, 8, 9 years to get decent. So
if I remember correctly, their rule hasn't changed because I think it's still if you shoot at something, they're considered suppressed, which means now they're -1 to hit.
yeah. Jeez.
So now combining with the new cover rule, it's like, oh, I can make things like not hit me at all with this.
What about how do you feel about hidden? Because I know it burned me a couple times. Like I'm gonna shoot there, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I know you also forgot about the tank. You're like, oh, I guess the tank's hidden. It's like, well, he's not in the terrain piece, so he's not hidden.
Yeah.
He's
I
just,
think
he just
you're
has
gonna
cover.
like hidden because remember when we played that one game?
yes.
You know, I was like, hey, I can see the tip of your Dark Eldar Raider. I'm gonna shoot it with this massive cannon. Oh, look, it's destroyed now.
Yeah.
It's
anything Dark Eldar though. It's
Yeah, but that is honestly such a godsend for some melee armies, especially against like big gun lines like Steve's tanks.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, I can see you all from turn 1. It's like, well, now you can't. Now you actually have to either wait for me to shoot you, or get in close.
Yeah. No, it's
Which is gonna be good for like melee units. Like I can imagine like 8-bound or slaughterbound. You know, all these melee units that will want to run across the board and like, oh, you're beyond 18 inches. Okay, no problem. I'm instead of getting blasted off the board, you're like, I now can get in close.
yeah.
I will say it's not as big of a. I don't think it's as big of an issue as people were making it out to be at the stop. It's like, oh, melee army's going to be unstoppable.
So much
it's like
line of sight blocking, anyways.
yeah,
this
but
just
it's like,
helps you
but
in the
15
terrain.
inches is still outside. It's still going to make charge rules a lot harder. And if they get within that, they can still shoot you and make you like they can hurt you pretty good. And then you've got new rules for a lot of shooting armies like Tau and stuff, which increase that detection range.
Yeah,
Like,
with
I think
their
Tau get a
marker-
+6.
Yeah, with their marker
Which is
lights.
ridiculous.
Which, I mean, it kind of like Tau has also been very, very good. Looking at the stats though for the beginning, like the first couple of tournaments, of course, because you have so small sample size. Apparently, the League of Votann was one of the higher win rates, which is just funny to me.
Jonathan's going to be happy.
Well, yeah,
I think he said he's only played orcs to start though.
oh, because you know the League of Votann had like one player that went 4-1, so they had an 80% win rate.
Nobody Votann sweep.
What do you think about detachment points and the setup for that?
I'm loving that.
Now that I understand how it works, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy with it as well because now it's like, using Imperial Guard as an example, we have 3 different detachments at 3 points. Recon Element, which is a very popular one. Combined Arms, which is also a very popular one, and Grizzled Company, which is one of the more probably the most popular one.
Yeah.
Those are all 3 points, but like Grizzled Company, I think is priority assets. Combined Arms has taken hold. Oh, that's what I'm getting to Force Dispositions. I think I'm skipping ahead a bit, but basically it's. But then you can, like with Dark Angels, because everyone who ran Dark Angels was running Wrath of the Rock. Wrath of the Rock was like the best detachment, and now a lot of people are switching over to the 2-point detachment with a 1-point detachment because I think I built a Dark Angels list that's I built a Lion's Blade Task Force
Okay.
with Dark Age Arsenal. So because
That's the plasma buffing one,
yes,
right?
it's a plasma buffing one because I need strength 10 plasma gunshots.
Need.
Strength 10 plasma gunshots
It's
from the Hell
disgusting.
Blaster Squad. But no, that's so like basically it makes you want to build an army based on like you can really specialize into it.
Yes.
But
Now-
I like that it's gone from like, oh, we just picked this one detachment. Now it's, oh, this one detachment's not as good, but it is only 2 points, and I can add this to make it better. Or like, for example, with my salamanders, I'm like, it's got ideas flowing through my head about the 1-point detachment, like that Librarius Conclave is so good for 1 point. Just throw some librarian units in there. Now
Protect things and
Yeah, well, now I can give a 10-man brick of Infernus Marines a 4-up invuln, give them a +1 to their AP with the Pyromancy, or a +2 to movement with the Biomancy. And now they have a relatively decently scary melee profile with that Librarian. You can make them insanely powerful.
Actually,
And
I've definitely seen it glow up with this.
Oh,
edition
yeah.
because of
Psychic has gotten
About
so much
time.
better.
Yeah. Well, it's still, psychic phase, but
Yes, but now when you cast gun,
spells and do cool stuff again, man.
yeah, but now when you cast gun, I can't modify it.
True.
But I think it's really glowed up the list building aspect because now you're actually getting back a little bit more of that customizability that we kind of lost in 10th.
Yes, like I said,
10th list building was very boring. I think this is very good, and if they keep adding more like 1-point detachments, like for upgrades, it's going to get a lot better.
I'm curious to see if they do like a Grotmist detachment thing again this Christmas. Like, do they release more? Or is it at this point? Like, I think they released 70 on release of this. So
they released 3 or 4 per faction. I think Eldari got like 4.
20-ish. I mean, that's about 70.
But I don't think it's because I know one of the questions we had was that too much? Mm-hmm. I don't think it is too much because most of them are just detachments you're used to from 10th. You're only having to learn the new upgrades if you want to use them. Yeah. I think it's not too much. I think it's actually pretty decent.
It's not bad. Let's see. I got combat changes. Hasn't changed all that much, but I will say the charge distances.
Charge distances, pile-ins, engagement range.
2-inch engagement range. Actually, I think I was getting more attacks because of that 2-inch engagement range. The way being on tiny bases helps.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was just throwing everybody in there, and it's like, all right, everybody gets to swing.
Yeah, 40 Gene Stealer attacks is
Twin linked Deadwood.
Twin linked strength 5, damage 2. It's like
amazing. And then quickly Battle Shock.
Because Battle Shock is sticky now.
Matters now. Yes.
It actually matters.
It actually made it matter against our game for a little bit, where it's like you had to pass that Battle Shock test to take my home, and you failed.
Yeah,
yes.
And
it was not great.
Because Battle Shock used to be like
a joke.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It falls off next round. Okay, nope. Now I have to retest at the end of your command phase.
Every time. If you are under half, you have it's at half now.
Yeah, at or below.
At or below. Not
at or below. If you are at half, you have to test even if you pass the last turn, you have to test it again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which is brutal.
Love it.
And it's going to make a lot of those Battle Shock abilities just a bit more impactful than they would have been already.
And a lot of those abilities, like coming from like chaplains or anything that does,
being able to cancel Battle Shock. Sure. Yeah.
Either cancel Battle Shock or force your opponent to make a Battle Shock.
And I think there's a GSC character that's 50 or 55 points. It's like I got to make room for him just to be like not Battle Shocked.
Yeah,
I need that, and he can just hang out in a unit in the back with the neophytes holding something. And I think that's a must.
That's going to be really great for my Infernus Marines because they are able to just anything they hit, which it's a flamer, it's going to hit. Anything they hit is just like, okay, now you have to take a Battle Shock at -1.
I wonder, I bet the Tyranids rule, the
Shadow of the Warp is about to get a lot nicer.
Yeah. It's scary now instead of a joke.
Now, I believe if you aren't under half, it still acts like normal Battle Shock where you just have to test. And if you're good, you're good. But if you are under half and I force you to take that Battle Shock, that's going to be really nasty.
That's brutal. Okay. So real high level, and I know we've kind of chatted about it a little bit. How does it affect your armies, the new edition?
I think it's going to be pretty good. I think it's slightly going to shift the meta for Space Marines because everyone was playing Ultramar. It was all Blade of Ultramar, all that, for competitive lists. And meanwhile, I'm over here like, I'm going to spam Terminators. Yay. But I genuinely think a lot of the sub-chapters, at least for Space Marines, are going to get a fair bit chunkier. in terms of like how good they are.
Also, I think Terminators went down in points too.
Standard Terminators went down 10 points. Assault Terminators technically went down, but if you take the hammers, they're still the same points.
Okay.
If you take them with lightning claws, they go down to 155 for a squad of 5.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because
I'd love to meet some lightning
155 for
claws.
a squad of lightning quad assault Terminators is less.
Oh,
than,
yeah. Well, I was thinking...
less than an Imperial Guard squad with a Chimera.
Well, I was thinking, like, when I was kind of,
Who wins that
Actually,
fight?
no, it's the same points because all my battle line went up by 10 points apiece because apparently Acadians need to be 75 points for 10.
Yes. So I know something I'm kind of looking forward to, especially with Marines, is the new codex that comes out and setting the tone. Because, is this where they start really making the modifications and tweaking points? And, does, the bolter get extra, just all sorts of like crazy things. And what are they going to do? What makes the codex? What units are we going to see added?
it's going to be interesting if they decide to change Space Marine, like, core rules. Like, we're changing Oath of Moment to a new rule. Whatever that is.
So
It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But I think from at least for the first couple months of this edition, I know Salamanders are looking like they're going to be crazy good. Raven Guard with the points cuts and the fact that their Shadow Mark Talon is only 2 detachment points is also looking like it's going to be insanely good.
the 40K Badcast, one of those guys plays Raven Guard, and he is just on top of the moon right now with joy for his Raven Guard.
It looks, and because you could take that with the Phobos detachment and just, it looks hilariously good.
And that's how I always wanted to play. But Phobos was just trash for like 8 years. And I sell them and like, look what got good. Don't sell your armies, guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Just save your armies for when they get good.
Yeah.
Learn from Kurt. Don't sell your stuff.
Yeah.
Unless
What
you're
is it?
really getting out of
Listen to what I say. Don't do what I do.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah. I know GSC, I feel like they got a pretty decent, some things, we took a lot of points hits.
Yeah.
But we also got a lot, I think. And there's some real tricksy things that we can do now. So
Especially with that the deep strike changes, that extra inch that you get from the deep strike is
that's the deep strike change. It was
Yes.
the instead of 9 inches, it's 8. But also with charges is not like
it's still a 9-inch charge.
you still have to
so
make
it's
a
like
9-inch charge because technically it's like
8.00001 still rounds to 9.
I'd say, but they still changed it to it's 8 inches across the board. Like infiltrate is also 8 inches. All of that. It's gotten to the point where, at least from my perspective, it looks like GSC have gotten a bit more mobile. Because now it's like, oh, it used to be covering that. Now you don't.
Yeah, I know with my infiltrating stuff, like I was right, and that's why I got all those bottom line
but you also
charges,
can't
but-
infiltrate and scout.
Well, usually it's one or the other for us, though. So.
And I'll be honest, from how the map is laid out, it doesn't matter. Especially with those gene stealers he threw at my face. It's like, turn 1, they're already at my deployment zone. Like ripping Terminators to shreds.
What about you, Steven? Any major points for guard? I mean, I other than what you've talked about, I know nothing about guard. I don't see anything about them. I don't.
Oh, the battle line. So the battle line for guard used to be 65 points for a 10-man squad.
Sure.
And then it went up to 75 points for a 10-man squad. So all of my 10-man squads for Krieg, Catachin, and Cadians all went up by 10 points apiece. Yeah. We already got the nerf hammer for our Rogodorns and the points nerf for Rogodorns. They also had to pay the extra tax on the second Rogodorn being like a commander. It's like, so 290 for Rogodorn commander, 310 for the second Rogodorn commander. Because that's also one thing they added with 11s was the scaling point costs.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
scaling point costs. I actually like those.
It kind of prevents people from doing like, hey, I'm going to run a spam list. Now, granted, not every unit out there has a scaling point cost.
Sure.
But a lot of them do. 310 points for a Rogodorn commander is a lot. That's more expensive than Lionel Johnson.
Yeah.
Lionel Johnson got a point decrease. He went down to 295 points. He went down by like 30 points.
Well, because his fights first is no longer as potent as it was before.
Yeah.
Because before it was just like anything you charged into him was just going to get annihilated by him turn one.
I missed that.
He has a 3-up invul and he'll be fine.
2 up, 3 up, and then a potential 4 up.
Yeah, 4-up, feel no pain. It's like,
Because,
the lion will be fine. Don't worry about him.
But basically, I think there's a lot of point changes that came across the guard. A lot of point decreases too. Like Basilisk went down.
Really?
Yeah, Basilisk used to be about 140. Now they are. Now Basilisks, I believe, are like 115.
Ooh.
Now, granted, with the changes to indirect, because it's all like snap shooting unless you can have a unit, which is I kind of like, you want to be able to spot, and that kind of like, you want to, get your infiltrators, your ratlings, or your.
Yeah. I like no modifiers and no rerolls on those. That feels good.
Yes, no rerolls, because that's what you need is rerolls on a artillery piece.
Honestly, I think personally, it almost seems like a bit of an indirect buff.
Well,
because
stuff hidden in my objective, definitely not buffed against.
Yeah. Well,
so I have nightmares of that ATC game where I lost a lot of Terminators.
Well, because I think because it can't be modified, so it's not modified by cover. Well, so you're indirect because it's like, if this model can see it, now you're hitting on 4s, and it's not affected by cover because it said it can't be modified.
Mm-hmm. Cannot be modified, so you're hitting on a 4.
So you're always hitting on a 4 with indirect, which is not. That's pretty good.
I have to see it. I don't know.
Oh, wait, let me bring out an artillery list and we can try it out.
Yeah, it's like just run that one Krieg artillery list I was just put together. It was just like, here's 3 basilisks and 5 artillery teams of various flavors. Go.
But that's the thing is I know Deathwing Terminators went down in price. I know there's been a lot of changes. We need to see how it all shakes out. I give it about a month before to do a balance pass.
Oh, yeah, and they said they do it monthly for a bit, so still kind of curious, like how hard are they going to go this early?
Well, I know there's been some complaints about errata being wrong and rules not working, so
we'll see.
It's the start of a new edition. I think GW probably could have prepared a little bit better, but I think we're doing all right.
That's not what they do here.
Rules are like plans, and they rarely survive first contact with the enemy.
So, rapid fire round. We're gonna do this quick. Is this edition better than 10th on day 1?
I didn't really play 10th on day 1, so
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I was like, I didn't get to play it day 1, so this is all on
the
Kurt.
entire game didn't get FAQ'd, your codex thrown away, and here's your PDF. This is much better.
Yeah, but this is also a 10.5 versus like a full one. Like
I like the odd editions.
Yeah,
at least early on. Which rule changes will have the biggest impact on the meta? And I think we kind of touched on it, but
I think it's cover and hidden.
Yeah,
cover and hidden.
Well, again, even the objectives, like that's huge. And now that I've played a couple games, those little weird, oblong things on those layouts, like that makes such a huge difference on towing in.
I will change actually my opinion on this. I don't think the biggest impact will be cover and hidden. It's going to be the force dispositions.
Yes.
Because of how they operate against each other, you're going to see, like, for example, in 10th, you had to take, if you were playing Space Marines and you weren't taking a lieutenant with combi weapon, you were throwing the game. Yeah. Now, you can play a disposition where you're not doing any actions. There's no point in taking them. Use that points for something else.
And also the tow-in rule, or the towing in effectively of vehicles now, because vehicles couldn't used to see through cover unless they were all the way in the cover. Mm-hmm. Now they can see through cover.
I think there's enough obscuring stuff kind of to keep some of those firing lines from being crazy.
And with hidden and with the cover changes, I think it all kind of balances out.
Yeah. But I kind of agree that's going to be a big one. What faction is secretly winning is the biggest winner of 11th edition so far?
I'm staying biased. I think it's Salamanders are winning hard
Marines
this edition.
General,
But specifically Salamanders.
Sir, you are Codex Space Marines.
Yeah.
If you're Blood Angels or Space Wolves, we could But yes, Space Marines are looking good.
It might actually, this is gonna be a little probably off the wall for a lot of people, but orcs and Tau.
I think Tau's pretty strong too.
Tau's really strong. Orcs have been winning tournaments.
Huh.
Orcs have been winning.
Noted. Okay.
Didn't they just get a new change to the WoW rules too?
I'm not an orc player, so I can't tell you. I just know
I saw something about that.
I don't do orcs unless I'm playing Jonathan. They just don't come up.
Yeah.
Will the detachment point system make the game more fun or more complicated?
Yes.
More complicated in a good way.
Well, yeah, but like I said, with Jordan, I had to put it on the TV and kind of like here and here. So I can only imagine somebody that's never played this ultra complicated game with math and dice and all this and like
actually,
this
that's
whole
gonna
other
be-
thing.
I think
That's one of my big concerns with the new edition, right? Is now, what do you tell a person who goes, I want to get into 40K?
Oh boy, sit down.
Exactly.
It's
not like, hey, go buy this kit. This will give you a good foundation for whatever you want to do. Now it's like, well, what do you want to do? And how can you tell that to someone who never played the game before?
yeah.
I still think the best way to get someone into 40K is just play what you like. You think that model looks cool? Go ahead, build an entire army around that model. Or
Rule of cool?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Rule
kind of
cool.
how I started it with Jordan. I was like, what do you want to play with?
Exactly.
And we're gonna work back because I want you to enjoy this. And of course, I'm gonna give her like the best matchup for her dispositions. Like, oh man, you're just wrecking all my vehicles or whatever it is. And like, golly, honey, you're really good at it. No. She is. She'll play
Happy
once
wife, happy life.
Yeah. So,
You make a dice roll. Oh, look, all these. I failed so much.
You're just
she'll call me
flipping
out on
dice.
that.
Yeah, you're just flipping dice. Oh no.
this isn't TTS, sir.
But yeah, I think
That's going to be my biggest critique with the new edition is, yes, the new edition is a great time to get into it if you've been on the fence about Warhammer.
When there's deals out there too. I mean, you
And
can
there's
get
deals.
750 points of Space Marines for $110.
Yeah,
that's
do it.
great. And the boxes are still out there, and those scalpers are only going to start dumping prices. So
and they're good models too. Legitimately, all of them have good rules.
if I didn't offload them, I was going to make Space Wolf. So I can't.
But I will say, just off rip, I think it's going to be both. It's making it more fun because it's more complex.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Again, I'm waiting to see that first codex kind of sets the tone, and everything after it's going to be so much more powerful. So
Yeah.
good luck, sir. Enjoy your 6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We'll skip that. Are there any factions you're specifically worried about facing off against in this edition? Knowing the new meta and kind of how everything, Tau scares the heck out of me.
Yeah,
being
Tau
toughness
always
3 models.
Yeah, Tau has always scared me because they're just so they will shoot you off the board. They don't care. Oh, you have cover? Yeah, we don't care. And also, you're hidden because of the new 18-inch lone op rule.
It's
we don't
15.
care. We don't or 15-inch lone op rule. Yeah, we don't care about that either.
Yeah, because we just add +6. It's 21 inches now.
I'm
cool.
typing my master pass.
We're only losing 3 inches off of our guns range. Woo.
Their gun has a longer range.
I mean, they're
rifles?
breacher teams.
Oh yeah,
They're 24 inches. Those are the good ones as far as I remember.
So the edition's finally out. I guess, despite what you may have seen online, give it a shot. Try things. See what you think. A lot of things are playing differently than I thought it would. I was very concerned with some things, and after trying it a couple of times and rereading as we played or taking notes during game and checking it later, we missed a lot. I don't think we're still doing fast dice.
Yeah.
It's just too complicated. But
because they actually explained the fast dice rolling too.
Oh yeah, and it's
Fast dice is.
a lot of my units pretty much are just gone if he touched them. So it's like, you know what? We're just gonna take those 10 models and move them out of the way.
Yeah. Well, the other thing with the fast dice is it really doesn't affect units that all have the same save.
Yeah.
So if I'm it's okay, all of these Space Marine bodies are the exact same save, exact same wound profile.
Yep.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
when you get the character. That's when.
Yeah, if it's a character with a slightly different save or whatever it is, but
So like I said, just try it out. Don't panic. Don't sell your things. Don't light your Dark Elf army on fire for YouTube. We've been down this road. No, it wasn't me. Somebody else. I thought about it. It wasn't me. I sold mine a month beforehand because I saw the writing on the wall. So for everybody out there still listening, tell us what you think in the comments. Spotify is fantastic. Leave comments there. YouTube's great. Give us those hits, like, share, and subscribe. Do all the things.
Comment for the comment gods.
Yes. And yeah, still getting a ton of hits in the UK, which is awesome. I'd love for somebody to reach out and be like, hey, we found you through this means. So yeah. And yeah, I guess next episode, we should have some more games. TTS League should be taking off, so we should have a lot to talk about.
Hopefully.
Any thoughts before we wrap this thing up?
No thoughts. I just want to get models on the table, dice rolling,
Yeah,
I think that's all of us. Yeah,
man. I'm pretty much off all week. Just like I said, hours are so weird for this group. Hence TTS.
Hey.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, say like we were saying, don't be afraid to start the new edition. Doomers are going to doom. Don't listen to a lot of the people on the internet because they're going to be mad. It's the internet.
Yeah.
Try it, play it, have fun with it.
Doomer. Don't listen to the doomers. There's a lot of doomers out there about it.
And just getting clicks, man.
They're just out there getting clicks. They're looking to rage farm.
Anyways, so this has been episode 33 of Webway Radio. I'm Kurt.
I'm Steven.
I'm Austin.
And we will talk to you next time.
See ya.
See ya.